What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm Turbo John, and we're going to talk about a race car today. Scaling a race car. If you're racing front side, no prep, radials, backside, no prep, different things require different scaling. So we're going to scale mine out today. I'm going to show you what we got. We got a bunch of lead in the car. We've been focusing on the backside racing. Mike Bavaro, he let me borrow his scales. I don't actually own any, so I don't really know what this is. I got a guesstimate of what it is right now. But y'all get in the comments right now. Let me know what you think the bias is right now, front to back, what the total weight is, and what do you think it needs to be backside no prep. So we're going to talk about all of it a little bit. Front side, back side, and regular slick prep. What do you think? Comment, like, and subscribe. We got some cool stuff on our website. Go to turbojohnracing.com if you want to buy some souvenir stuff, hats and t-shirts. And we got a new t-shirt coming out soon with the new car on it. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks. All right, guys. So we are pretty much in no prep trim, backside no prep trim now. But we don't have a front end on it. And I think I have also decided that we're going to start racing this thing with no front end. We don't have a door on it. That door weighs about 20 pounds. But we don't have a front end on it. This thing, when you're running backside, it's all about weight bias. We're going to weigh mine now, see what it is. I know my front end weighs 50 pounds. And you see the tree mounts right here. So this is where the bulk of the weight is. So it's like 50 pounds, boom, right here on the front. I hate running them without a front end. I don't like the way it looks at all. But it's just one of those things. It is what it is. And look at this, guys. It is so warm out here today. Rainy, windy, but like 65 degrees. So it's cold in the garage here. So that's why we got, I guess, dew. We got water happening on the windshield. So it's going to warm up in here. And it's a good thing. So let's throw this thing on the scales real fast. Like I said, I appreciate Mike letting me borrow his scales. He has the Proform. These are the wired ones. So we're going to check it out real fast and see what kind of weight we're at right now. Got a bunch of weight in the back. We showed you all the weight in the back. I also picked up some lead yesterday. I picked up another 126 pounds there. So we got to find a place to mount that. Probably going to go up under the bumper there, I think, most likely, if we need it, which I'm pretty sure we're going to. But imagine, too, guys, I mean, so without the front end on it, so now we're 50 pounds off. So I'm going to take one of those and put it up here to simulate what we are with the front end versus without. And I don't know if y'all saw Beater Bomb done a video on his channel, and he's got the butt hurt bar. And so the further it is out, the better it was. You know, obviously he'd put a 40 pound back there and it would pick up on the nose and it would add like 70 or 80 pounds. So it was pretty wild. All right, boys, I got this thing up on the scales. I also put this 60 pound weight up here on the nose to make sure that it's kind of close. What do you think? Right now, get in the comments. So this is the way we've been racing it right here, right now. So let's see if we're close. Let's see if we're close. This is how it was. Let's look at it without me in it and then with me in it. Wow, that's a little closer than what I was thinking it was. So right now, without me in it, the door over here is about 20 pounds. It's in the middle of the car. So it's probably not going to really affect scaling a lot. Shoot, that's about 60% on the nose. That's kind of actually where I thought it needed to be, was about 60 on the nose with that weight. 30, shoot. Guys, let me get in it real fast. Obviously, I'm like 275, 280 pounds. So let me get in. All right, hey. So I had to redo that because I accidentally mashed the tear button while I was on the scales. So now I'm sitting in the car, and we're 34.30. I figure add 20 pounds over here to the side. But we got a lot of tail weight. I mean, we're at, with the front end and essentially the hood, I mean, we're almost at 60% on the nose. I mean, really, really close to 60% on the nose. So maybe we are close. Maybe we don't need to do anything. That's been my target. That's about where I was last time. You see, I mean, we're heavy. I mean, 3,400 pounds, 60% on the tail, essentially. I'm going to take that 60 pounds off of the front, and then we'll see what that does, what it actually changes on the percentage. Hang on. All right, guys. So removing that 60 pounds off the nose, that puts us 61.5% on the nose. So almost gained, I don't know, I guess 1.5% toward the back. And if you look at all the fast cars, I've talked about it before, and even when my old cars were fast, there's a lot of stuff that's got to happen right. Power management, torque converter, a lot of stuff has to come together. But the fastest cars, the front tires bobble. They bobble going through the finish line. So with no front end, I think, man, I just don't know we're going to need much more tail weight than that. So, but I'm gonna weigh it real quick. I'm gonna put that 60 on the back, and then we're gonna weigh that. So I took it off front. So basically, with no front end. Actually, I'm gonna put that one back up on the front, and then because I really like running with a front end. I really prefer to run a front end. I don't prefer running no front end. So I'm gonna put that one back up there to put the front end back on it to simulate it, and then I'm gonna put the other weight, the 66 pound, on the back, and see what we got. And then that'll be like the front end on the car, and then another 60 pounds on the back. So basically just adding 60 pounds over what we were previously, or 66 pounds. Let's see what that does. All right, guys, so I put the 60 pounds back on the nose, and I put the 66 on top of the wing back there. And that's exactly what we were just a minute ago, with no weight on the front. So simulating no front end and no extra weight on the back to get the same percentage. And that exactly makes sense, right? Because that is exactly right. Because if you got 60 pounds on the nose up there, then you need 60 pounds on the back to knock it off. So now you're carrying 120 pounds extra weight to get the same percentage. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So yeah, we're definitely, so I mean, I hate to do it. I just don't want to, but we're going to be racing with no front end anytime we are racing backside stuff. Man, I hate it. God, I hate the way they look with no front end. But at this point, I'm tired of getting run over. I know some of the faster cars have front ends, but they also have probably aluminum motors, small blocks possibly, or some big block aluminum stuff. Maybe we can, at some point, get an aluminum motor, aluminum engine, if we can ever win some races. If we can start winning, then we can buy us an aluminum block, and that would freaking help tremendously to where I don't have to have so much weight in the car. But yeah, I think it's a no-brainer, guys. I think it is a no-brainer. I'm gonna take off the 60 pounds on the front real fast, and then have that 60 back there on the back, the 66, and see what that does percentage-wise. All right, so I took the 60 off the front, and this is where we're at now. So this is adding the extra 66 on the back with no front end. That is 30, 32, 30, 60, 62.6%. Man, that thing ought to be a wheelie monster. It ought to be a wheelie monster out back. So that's, dude, let's see if I can get this to switch over so we can actually see percent. Last time I tried to do that, I messed it up, and I had to rescale the car. So hang on. All right, guys, no weight in the front end and the weight in the back. I did figure out how to get it. So right there, that is that new 66 pounds on the back. Look at that, man. That's 62.6%. I mean, like I said, the door is not on it. So I'm going to take that off the back, and then we're going to just look again, that 66 off the back, see what it does with basically taking the front end off. All right, so next time we go at the track, that's what we're going to be right there. That's no front end on the car. 61% on the back, 39% on the front. And with the front end, like we were saying, it's just a little bit below 60. Which honestly, guys, I figured that would have worked. Unfortunately, last time we were at the track, we really didn't get to make a bunch of good passes. We were getting faster. We made that suspension change, and the car is getting quicker. But I don't know if it's quite there or not, because we didn't make a lot of passes. Now we do have a lot of passes on these tires. I probably need to change them, but for testing, I need to change them for testing, really. So maybe this week I might swap some tires out. Mickey Thompson's got some softer tires. I don't know if I'm going to try those. I definitely want to try the Hoosier DO5s at some point. So for Rockingham, that's probably what we're going to have. Front end, just not going to run it anymore. It is what it is. Backside no prep, I think we're going to just do it with no front end, and we know what our weight's going to be where we're at. This thing ought to be bobbling the front tires. In order to go fast, backside, the front tires have to be bobbling. It's just all there is to it. Front tires have to bobble in order to make it work. So radials, obviously a lot different. I guess, actually what I'll do probably, I'll do another video when I swap this thing up for radials, because we are going to be doing radials some this year. I'll show you all the weights of that too. And then front side, no prep when we're doing front side. I'm going to show you. I've already showed you in the past, but when I switch it over, I pull all the weight off of it. I'll show you what all we do on that as well. So I guess this video is mainly going to talk about backside no prep and what our weights are. There it is. What do y'all think? Get in the comments. What do you think? Should this thing be working better than it is, or do we have a dud? What we got? It ought to be working. It really should. Comment, like, and subscribe. Like I said, I appreciate y'all watching. Head on over to turbojohnracing.com if you want to buy some hats and t-shirts. Appreciate it, guys. Later.